Hi everybody, I'm at number 6 now. This is Exploring Scary Places by Jimmie. This is an old church. It's called Beulah Springs Community Church. It's been here for a long time. My stepdad and his first family is buried out here. They have dinner on the grounds. You see it's covered. They're starting a new cemetery over there. We're going to actually walk into this one though. We're going to visit my stepdad. And then I'm going to show y'all a little Indian boy's grave. I think it was a boy. It's a little Indian grave. I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl. So let's go up to this side. Davis Cemetery of Beulah Springs. Okay. Incorporated in 1973. A lot of graves in here since 1973. Oh, they put a new thing on here. Like it. Makes it handy. Okay. A lot of old graves, a lot of new ones. It's a well-known cemetery. Let's see. I recognize this name. Moody's. This is Tina and Andy. Andy Moody was older than me. He rode our same school bus. He got married. I believe they had a couple boys. Then Andy got cancer. And he passed away. His boys were still in school. I believe they was in like junior high, high school. But that's sad. He was a good person, you know. You remember the good people. I was bullied as a kid, so I remember the bad people too. Oh yeah. Kerbo's, well-known name around here. Bailey, right there. My mother was a Bailey. My new friend Rob, he's a Bailey. Coming up on some more Baileys. Betty and Tony. Tony Bailey was my mother's cousin. Well, they haven't got his date on there yet. And I'm pretty sure he's passed away. So, check into that. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I passed up Papa. We called him Papa. His name was Bodge Kelly. He was a good person. I always consider it, he saved my life because I had an abusive brother. And once Papa come into our lives, all that stopped. Yeah, he took care of it. His first wife's name was Irene. I have a sister named after her. Irene and my mama were friends. And it was years and years after she passed away that, she passed away right after I was born. I was about 10 or so when Mama and Papa got together. I'm guessing. But this was a while. This is Joe Charles, which is Papa's son, and his wife, Lily Pearl. I remember them real good. They was always around. Mama loved Joe Charles and Pearlie. They called her Pearlie. Oh, well. Jesus is Lord. That's the truth. And that's just, oh Lord, a lot of memories come back. I loved Papa to death. A lot of memories. Let's go looking. We're going to go over and find the little Indian boy. We used to bring stuff out when we knew he was coming out cleaning the cemetery with Papa. We used to bring little odd things out for the little Indian boy's grave. But this is the trash area. Look at this old wagon somebody made. There's always been a wagon of some kind in here. They've mounted that one in the cement. They said, that's not going nowhere. Look at that. Yep. And look, they got their working utensils up overhead. It's just an old country church. Just an old country church. Yep. Okay. We're going to turn around and go this way. Go over here. There's some older graves. Little Indian boys way back against that back fence. They, if I remember right, I've been down here for years, they made the fence around his grave to include him. Because he's kind of outside the fence. The fence used to be squared off around him. Let's see, here's weavers. Let's see which weaver this is. Oh no, I don't know them. There was a Mr. Weaver that he was a sheriff that was friends with my mama and papa. Let's see who these West are. My daddy was a West. Never knew him. Never knew my daddy. Let's see who these are. This is Nina Vera West and Mitchell West. There's a bush growing up there. Harlan West. Huh. Don't know them. Don't know them. Don't know them. These are some old ones though. That says Militia Kelly and James Kelly. I can't see what the dates were. Anyway, yep, I was right. Here's the little Indian boy, straight ahead. Fence is made out around him. People still putting stuff out. Let's see. What, oh, there's money put on it. It says, Little Indian Boy, Choctaw Tribe. There's a little Indian pottery right there. Do you see that? There's a stone right there that says Choctaw. Anyway, this fence has been... I'm 54, and I remember playing out here as a kid. This fence, they included, but back then, if I remember right, there was a lot of stuff right there, like a lot of stuff people left for them. And these are the older ones. A.D. Kelly, 21st Texas Infantry. Oh, bugs. It don't even have a year on it. Well, maybe it does. No, there's not even a year on it. No year on it. Elizabeth Davis, born in Georgia. Came to Texas in 1841. Gave first land for Davis Cemetery. All right, Elizabeth Davis, she gave the land for this cemetery. Probably first adult buried here. Oh my goodness. First adult buried here. Elizabeth Davis, thank you for what you've given all these people. Thank you. Wow, this is a fancy one. And I know y'all have heard me before talking about the fancy cemetery stones. Look at this. It's big and it's round like a heart thing. It's got Nikki wrote up there. That must be her nickname. And Haley. Oh, that might have been their children. Let's see, does it say anything back here? No. Nikki and Haley. Glenn Allen Scoggins and Patty Corliss Scoggins. Anyway, what I was saying before is these stones that cost thousands of dollars. That costs a lot of money. But you know what? The ones down there just have a wood cross or something simple, piece of cement carved in it, that means just as much. That means just as much. Glenn Scoggins, who passed, that's his passed on, he was in Vietnam. He was in Vietnam. Daniel Kelly, Company B, Texas Volunteers, 1823 to 1894. Elizabeth Davis, she's the one that gave the land. She's the one that gave the land for the cemetery. She's the first adult buried here. And see this? That's cement. That's cement right there. It's carved into cement. Margaret Davis. That means as much to this person's family as that big fancy one down there. Just as much. Just as much. James Davis, Company C, Terry's Regiment, Cavalry, May 12th, 1827, February 12th, 1912. This says, just ain't mate. Ain't mate. That's all Ain't Mate's got is just that little cement paver there. But you know what? It means a lot. Martha Ann Boyett. She died October 14th, 1914. October 8th, sorry. A lot of Davises. A lot of Davises. And you know what? This is a very calm cemetery. There, you can tell there they've cut down the trees outside of it all the way around. The trees have been cut all the way around. Won't be long. This will be housing additions. That's what's coming up everywhere. Big fancy housing additions. None of these people have big fancy houses. Man, they had cabins. They had cabins. Let's see. William Ham. 1888 to 1920. Oh, he was only like 40 years old, wasn't he? Something like that. Oh, these are fancy ones. Women of the World. Let's read this. J.E. Morgan, born August 29th, 1859, died April 9th, 1916. It says Woodman of the World Memorial. So Woodman's of the World was an old club. I don't know what you call an old club. It was a very prestigious club to be welcomed into back in the day. Joseph Nobles, Sergeant U.S. Army. Raymond Lee, Texas, Corporal, I don't know what Terry, Battery C, 46 Field Artillery, yes, World War II, 1924 to 1966. He too was like 40 years old. More Kellys and more Davises. Kelly and Davis, Kelly and Davis. That's all right. My papa was a Kelly. I loved him to death. And that old church, look at that. Still used today. I don't need no big old fancy church with all these big old windows and stuff. They're still used today. Leanne Iris Peoples Valdez. Peoples, there's another Peoples. Helen Iris Peoples, John Conway Peoples. Davis and Kelly, Davis and Kelly. Throw a carbo here, there, and there. Turbo and Moody. Here, there, and there. We could walk around out here all day long. But I have more stuff to do. Carl E. King. Look, it's got his picture. That's so sad. The brightest star in heaven is our little angel. Okay. Well, this is Beulah Springs Cemetery. It's nice. It's peaceful. It's a beautiful place. We're going to walk up and see if we can see in the windows of the church. Okay? And then we'll call it quits for here. I've got a couple more places to hit. Yeah. Here are the cows. Okay. We'll call it quits. We got a couple more places to go. Plus, they've got company out here now. That's all right. Hey, it's all good. They went back behind the cemetery. They must be doing the land back there. Anyway, this right here is, I'm going to call it tape number 6. Video number 6. Number 6. Can you see it? Video number 6, Beulah Springs Cemetery. Bye.